The man clasped the palm of his wife's hand. But his wife's body had turned cold just yesterday. An old horse on duty in the army suddenly told of his wife's death. Wait till he gets to the hospital. Old horse, this only from the daughter. Amy knows everything that happened because my wife's car broke down yesterday morning and her husband is far away on the front line. To relieve my daughter the sadness of not seeing my father, the mother took her daughter out for a whole day. But just as they were about to take the train home, kind eyes on the train to May's mother gave up a seat, but the next second, with the accident, sitting in the glasses seat of the small beauty's mother died on the spot. But Glasses and May survived, probably out of guilt. He didn't think the accident was an accident because in this accident, local motorcycle, the second leader of the gang and his lawyer also died on the spot. And the second is in charge, was recently preparing to testify for the police. For crimes committed by the biker gang can happen with accidents. The local police also lost their most important ninja. The leader of the motorcycle gang was acquitted. So Glasses, he thought it wasn't an accident because it was one stop before the accident. He saw a strange man get out of the car in a hurry. And before this strange man gets out of the car, I threw away sandwiches and drinks I hadn't eaten twice. So logical Glasses think it's not logical at all. But when he went to the police to explain his theory, the police thought he was insane. There's no way to find out what's true. Glasses found his brother Longhair. Glasses let Longhair collect some data to prove one's conjecture. The poverty at yes to leave a synesthetic corner in debtor. It's all maybe. This was the cup of years at.
Det ikke var en ulykke.
To know the truth about his wife's death, the old horse took the two men to his own barn. Glasses then laid out a list of evidence. Based on information from Longhair research, he had good reason to be suspicious. The accident was premeditated because these two are obsessive-compulsive. He stays at number 2 every time he takes the train, second row of the car, on the seat, so that gives someone the opportunity to assassinate him. And before the accident, the man who got out of the car in a hurry can be, but they don't know who that man is right now. So the old horse asked two people to find a way to investigate. The two agreed without hesitation. They found a good brother they hadn't spoken to in a long time. Big Fat uses face recognition technology. He found a man with the best facial features, a passerby, and this passerby is also a professional electrical engineer. And most importantly, passerby A is the biker leader's own brother. So there's a good chance it's the younger brother replacing the older brother. Killed the witness. 2 When A to the old horse learned of the 3 inferences, he already knew in his mind that this passerby was the real killer. Said 4 people will be ready to find a passerby to talk. But just as the old horse knocked on the door of passerby A, the irascible bystander went straight for the left door. How it's gonna cool even more than a lover. Facing a gun threat from a passerby, the old horse could only turn and prepare to leave. But just as he was getting in the car, the old horse turned back again and knocked on the door again. Out of anger, out of hate, the old horse relies on the skills he learned on the battlefield. Broke a bystander's neck with his bare hands. Wait till the old horse comes down. He knew he was being impulsive, but people have killed them and they have to stay out of trouble. Because Longhair has good chemistry. He took 3 of them first, then make your own use of the concocted chemicals. Cleaned up the scene. Erased the DNA left behind by the old horse. Wait till they bring the old horse home. Looking at the electric car parked in front of the house, the old horse returned home in a hurry. At this time home, small beautiful good friend Blue Hair is cooking. Since my mother died, because my father and I cannot speak a few words. Very painful. There was no one to talk to. He can only communicate with Blue Fur, his best friend at school. Small Beauty took out the second mobile phone bought in the official inspection. Cheap and reliable. May uses it every day to connect with Blue. And the two will even chat in front of Xiao Mei's house. He doesn't know his daughter's friends, but he thought Blue Fur was a hooligan. The fuck that little man through a seahole. After losing control of the Blue Hair, the little beauty hated her father even more. There's a lot of violence in Ma's body because of his work. But May, who just lost her mother, I can't accept a father like that. That's why he was so against his father. But at least he's got blue hair. Plus, old horse wants to change. Blue Hair will eat dinner. I suggest he talk to a psychiatrist. Kuroma, he can't face a therapist right now. He rejected Blue Fur, but her daughter was disappointed in him. He doesn't want his father forever haunted by pain and violence. But now the old horse cannot communicate with her daughter because he couldn't stop thinking about his wife's death. So the old horse wants revenge and kill the leader's brother. I couldn't quell my anger. He called in the Glasses 3. Old horse hoped 3 people investigate out of 1, and this matter has shut down the list and he's gonna take them all out to get revenge. And these 3 righteous brothers. Nature agreed to the old horse. They're about to set up the big fat investigation in the barn. The equipment needed, but just as a few people were about to leave, they happened to meet is ready to go home Small Beauty. To hide the identities of the 3. The quick reaction of the long hair directly indicated, I'm actually a psychiatrist because of what happened to old horse. He's here specifically to help. And May was very happy.
Dad,
And May wants to talk to Longhair pretending to be a doctor. Although he is very sensible, but his heart is also very painful. But fortunately, I had a very sad childhood with Longhair. I've spent over 4,000 hours with a therapist. Longhair can be very experienced to help May. Through contact, Longhair and Eyes even become friends with Little Beauty. But now, Big Fat, however, insists that he needs his own equipment. To satisfy Big Fat, the three of them prepared to go to his house together. Get the gear over here. But on the other side, because the leader's brother was killed, a young man hiding at the scene, Xiao Wang, heard everything that happened. So the motorcycle gang passed Wang, learned Big Fat's name, and just as the three are about to enter Big Fat's house, an old horse who subconsciously senses danger, I looked back and saw the killer from the biker gang. After saving two people, Ma, an active duty officer, began to fight back, as he uses his weapon to kill back. Just a few minutes, the old horse cleared the scene of all the gang members, and the Glasses and the Longhair watched everything happen. But just when the old horse was ready to take care of the little Wang, looking at Xiao Wang and myself as if the spear of a miserable childhood stopped the old horse. On the way back, the old horse threw away Xiao Wang's mobile phone. Wait until the men get back to the barn. Ma has several people staying at his house tonight for safety. Big Fat has to make do, run an investigation on Ma's computer, and there at the table, and pretend to be a local shrink. You're fooling me. By the next day, and these 22 men are going to kill them all. But he was only one man to help the old horse. Big Fat offered to teach old horse to shoot them, so the three of them can help him. Merely, Glasses and Longhair don't seem to like guns very much. Big Fat, on the other hand, has shown great talent. Even shooting practice. Big Fat is like a natural special forces soldier. The leader of the biker gang on the other side. We've got the long hair associated with being fat. Glasses, but they could not find the location of the three men. And this time the old horse home. Glasses played chess with May very happily. Even at Blue Fur's invitation, he took a picture with May. Glasses liked May very much. He told May a lot of knowledge, but then I found the bikers are doing something tonight. The old horse was very rude and told the Glasses to leave. He even cursed his own daughter for it. But the Glasses were angry. He didn't think Ma could talk to May like that. But the old horse can't stand the nagging Glasses. After knocking him out, the old horse threw his Glasses on the side of the road. But just as the three continued on their way, Big Fat told old horse Glasses he actually had a daughter. But Glasses got himself killed driving drunk. He couldn't move one of his arms. He lived with the guilt every day after that. So he liked the old horse's daughter very much. Also because of the little beauty, as his own child. Wait until the three get to where the biker gang is supposed to meet. Old horse and Big Fat began to move. But pretend there's a biker gang right in front of Big Fat. Member time. He was stunned. Big Fat can't do it. He can't handle killing people. But the old horse understood, because he's been through everything he's been through. And Big Fat says, I will never do these things again. The old horse told him not to feel guilty, because these people deserve to die. They killed innocent victims on that train, so they deserve it. After receiving the Glasses that were already awake, they went back to the old horse's house. But then the motorcycle gang found Blue Fur. Turned out because Blue Hair put Glasses and small, beautiful photos posted on the internet, and the motorcycle gang leader's daughter just happened to pay attention to him. But just then, and Xiao Wang Chat Longhair suddenly learned the man had not been on the train on the day of the accident. That means they got the wrong guy. As he reanalyzed the photos, Longhair discovery, the man who got off the bus early was not a passerby. The man was actually just a tourist visiting Denmark. And the reason he threw the sandwich away, it's also because I can't get used to it. It's all gone wrong. The Glasses were wrong. Big Fat has the wrong list, too. And the leader of the biker gang didn't do anything. This was all just an accident. The old horse broke down and he began to vent in the toilet. Turns out he just wouldn't accept it all along. The fact that his wife died. He just needed someone to get revenge on, to cover up his guilt. Because if I go home that day, the wife will not be because of hair, unable to move the car and take the train. If the wife doesn't get on the train, then he wouldn't have had an accident. In fact, the old horse has been blaming himself. He didn't cherish his first wife. And when the Glasses comforted the old horse, the daughter looked at her crying father. He knew his father had finally come to terms with his heart. Wait till evening. The calm old horse and Glasses chatted. The old horse is desperate. He knows he's done everything wrong. and none of this can be undone. But the glasses tell him you have a daughter. There are responsibilities to be fulfilled. And he admired the old horse very much. He lost his daughter because of his eyes. This is also his life cannot recover the pain. And so the two fathers reconciled. They apologize to each other. They redeem each other. But by this time, the biker gang had found Blue Fur. Blue Hair, very cooperative, said he would say everything. A quick shot. At this time, the old horse home. People eating. They didn't realize the danger was coming. So after a shooting spree, the old horse gave birth to her daughter. He told the boy to hurry to his room and hide. Instead, he was shot in the body. In excruciating pain, he sent Glasses to get their weapons. He started to fight back. Gang members who came into the house. But when the boss outside called the old horse out, the old horse watched his daughter being arrested. He calmly dropped his weapon, right here in the biker gang. When he was ready to fire on old horse, a few people have already prepared the Glasses. Save the old horse and his daughter, asked the leader of the motorcycle gang. Until things go back to normal. The old horse picked up his daughter under the big tree. He said to his daughter, as the siren approached, the old horse finally fainted. And a few months later on Christmas Eve, we are all gathered here. They shared their Christmas presents. With big fat blowing the music they finished. For their own salvation.